So these are the Camera Awards 2024. I've used all of these cameras extensively over the last few months or so since they've basically been released, and I've got some thoughts. I'll let you know my favourite and my least favourite in this video, so stick around. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe, because we get all the latest action cameras, personal video vlogging cameras on this channel to review and test, and I'll let you know what my honest opinions are about these cameras. First of all, we'll start from the bottom. Might not be much of a surprise, but the GoPro 13 is probably last on my list when it comes to the cameras that I pick up to use every single day. Look, it's a fantastic action camera, and if you're in the right conditions, we've talked about this in a video in the past, if you're in California sun, or if you're in Bali, or you're in somewhere absolutely amazing in Hawaii or something, the weather's amazing, then you're going to get the best image quality, the best action camera image quality out of this camera. The image is amazing, it really, really is. But the camera essentially hasn't really changed in 5-6 years. It's still that. It's still a GoPro, and it doesn't do much more. That this year they did try and release the macro lens, which I haven't really found any use for. There was another wide-angle lens, which was a bit of a cash grab, and the anamorphic lens is supposed to be coming early next year, so we'll test that out when it comes. But not much to say about the GoPro apart from it's a GoPro. It doesn't do much other than be a GoPro, and you know, that is not a bad thing, but it just doesn't really inspire me to take it out and shoot. It's just sort of a tool rather than a creative object that you can have fun with. So for that purpose alone, it's probably bottom of the list for me. Still a great camera, but it's just not for me. Next on my list is the Ace Pro. Now, I'm choosing this as I'm going along on the video. The Ace Pro 2 is a brilliant camera, and it would be top of the list if it wasn't for the one that is top of the list. You might be surprised what camera that is. The Ace Pro is unbelievable. 8K footage, new audio in it this year, which really does reduce the wind noise when you're head on to wind for biking, skiing, stuff like that. The audio is brilliant. There's a bunch of really clever stuff in here. We've got a flip-up screen as well for vlogging, which is great. It's built like a tank. I've got this small rig cage, which I'm going to be doing a review on soon. I'm going to do like a whole vlogging setup with this. You can plug external microphones into the USB-C port for external audio. It's just all round an amazing, amazing camera, and you can't go wrong. I would definitely pick this over the GoPro. If you're tossing up these two cameras, this just does so much more, and it's better quality, up to 8K footage. It just looks fantastic, and they've recently introduced an update where you've got Leica color profiles. So if you want to vlog with this and you're in like a cityscape, or you're in like a vibrant scenario, then you've got those options in there as well. Brilliant camera. I love the Ace Pro 2. It is my action camera of choice. I would pick that up definitely over the GoPro 13 100% of the time. Now, my next camera is the Action 5 Pro. It wasn't much of a massive upgrade over the Action 4, but this is still a brilliant camera, and there's only one reason I'd pick this over the Ace Pro 2 when it comes to using this every day, and that's the ability to use DJI's microphones via Bluetooth directly here without opening any ports or anything. If you want to use the Ace Pro 2 with a microphone, you have to open the port, and that obviously subjects it to the weather conditions that you're using it in. In the UK, it rains a lot of the time, so that is the one plus with the Action 5 Pro. And we'll talk about the Pocket 3 in just a second. It's not really an action camera, but we'll talk about that. The mics, I've picked up the DJI Mic Minis recently. They work via Bluetooth connected to the Action 5. You can connect up to 2 of these directly to this at one point. So if there's 2 of you out on an adventure, you can record both audios. Brilliant, brilliant microphones. I'm really hoping that Insta360 do bring out their own version of a wireless microphone system soon. There is rumours on the rumour mill going around that they are going to do that. So once they do that, can you imagine how good the Insta360's cameras would be? There'd be a big, massive competition for the Action 5. The Action 5, I actually preferred the Action 4 when it comes to the image quality out of the camera, but the OLED screens on here are bigger, they're brighter, they're very, very sharp. The overall user experience is brilliant. I love this camera. It's very, very good. The image quality is good. You've got D-Log if you want to shoot in a flat, genuine log profile to get some color grading in post-production. Brilliant camera. Fully recommend it. Great battery life, fast charging, voodoo battery life. It's just unbelievable, the battery life on this thing. It just lasts forever. I took it on a camping trip and it lasted like nearly a full 24 hours of near enough constant shooting. It was brilliant, it really was, even in really cold conditions. But that is the only reason the Action 5 Pro for me beats the Ace Pro, is because you've got that microphone option. Just a quick mention, the Pocket 3 is not an action camera, but if you're just somebody that's thinking about buying an action camera for personal adventures, vlogging, going to Disney World, going on holiday and filming stuff, really consider the DJI Pocket 3 as well, because although it's not an action camera, it's not weatherproof, which is something that really is a downside for me. It does work with the DJI microphones as well. You've got a 1-inch sensor, amazing in low light, brilliant natural bokeh of this, so it is a fantastic camera as well, but it's not an action camera, so I just wanted to have a quick side note on that. The next two cameras that we're going to talk about are a toss-up. A toss-up for me because I love both. There is one that I pick up all the time, and there's one that I took on a recent trip to Iceland, which I think wins for me. So it's not strictly an action camera, it's a 360 camera. But first of all, the number 2 camera that I would choose is the Go 3S. They released the original Go 3 in June 2023, and it was a good camera. The new design, amazing. The flip up screen made it like an amazing little vlogging camera, like really tiny point and shoot, but it didn't have 4K. So in April of this year, they updated it for the Go 3S, and this is this camera. They added 4K to essentially the Go 3, and that just made it an absolute winner for me. There is one drawback, and there isn't any ability to add external audio to this, and that is, for me, the only drawback of this camera. It is crazy good. It's tiny. This charging case essentially is the action pod. You pop it out. This is the camera. I mean, look at that camera. You do have a wind muff on the front, which does help with the audio and the wind noise, so I've got that on there. This for me is just so good. I love this camera, and it's very nearly the top action camera for me of 2024. It is an action camera. You can genuinely use an action camera. The updated magnets for the Go 3S with the pendant were a lot stronger, so if you're mountain biking or whatever, you can use the pendant and it will stay on there now. With the Go 3, maybe was a little bit loose, but I wouldn't 100% trust it if I was diving out of a plane or something, but with the Go 3S I would. The magnets are really strong and a genuine title contender for the best action camera 2024. It's just so cute, and you can go with it anywhere. So small and really powerful with that 4K now. The winner for me though is, this might create some comments in the comment section down below. The Insta360 X4 isn't strictly a action camera, but you can use it as an action camera. This is the world's most powerful 360 camera, consumer 360 camera anyway. I love this thing, and this is a camera that I took to Iceland on a recent trip. Slippy. Yeah. Whoa! I was recording as well.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Wow. The only other camera I saw people using in Iceland was the Insta360 X4 or X3. People were using the cameras all over the place. I saw them everywhere, because this thing, you can just stick it out in front of you. You haven't really got to think about what you're shooting or when you're shooting, because you can just record, hold it out, and it records everything. And that is the beauty of this. With the X4 and the X3, they made the app a lot better, the desktop studio for editing the footage. It's really easy to use. It's no longer complicated when it comes to editing and storing and sharing your 360 footage. The application from Insta360 is brilliant. It's really the best camera you can use for most scenarios. Action camera wise, you have got 4K 60 now as well, in single lens mode, so you can use it strapped to a chest mount or a helmet, for instance, to get normal sort of action camera footage. So it genuinely is a 2-in-1 camera for me. But the image quality, the audio quality, the ease of use, the seamless touchscreen, the battery life, the size, the portability, the invisible selfie stick look, the me mode if you want to use that, everything about this is just brilliant. I absolutely love it, and this is why I took it to Iceland with me on a trip of a lifetime because I could rely on this camera. I've used it a lot and it never let me down. It didn't freeze, the battery life didn't die, it worked in ice cold conditions. It was -15 up on the glacier on the snowmobiles, and it recorded a lot. It never had any issues whatsoever. It really is reliable, and I trust it, and that's what I can't say about the GoPro 13 for sure. I can't trust that camera. I can trust this one. It does it, it works, it's amazing. That is my opinion. I do genuinely like all these cameras. All of them have their place, but that is my decision of 2024. If you're after simply the best camera for, you know, all sorts of scenarios, the Insta360 X4 is a winner. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you've got any comments or any other opinions, I'll be happy to hear them in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe because I've got a funny feeling 2025 will be just as exciting as 2024 as far as personal recording, vlogging, action cameras are concerned. So stay tuned. We'll be getting them all to test. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.